Alright guys, I guess it's finally time. It's finally time to talk about the original Sonic the Hedgehog.
That isn't Sonic 1, even I know that. And I'm the one who would jerk it to a complete in-box copy of its sequel.
What are you talking about? Of course that's Sonic 1.
That isn't Sonic 1, Blue.
Look, Prower, I'm pretty sure I know what game I'm talking about here. Look, it's Sonic 1. See? Mandela effect?
No.
Damn. So what the hell is this? Before I unload another hour-long Sonic retrospective, I would really like to talk to you guys about one of the most interesting Sonic ROM hacks I have ever seen. This hack really does deserve your attention, and I just want to talk about it really quick. That ROM hack is Sonic 1 KawariNo. Now, if you're me, you might be wondering, what the hell is a KawariNo? KawariNo is Japanese for alternate. So Sonic 1 alternate is a ROM hack of Sonic 1 that seeks to add in prototype elements from during the development of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and introduce them back into the game in interesting ways. Now, there are a lot of prototype recreation hacks like this, so what is so engaging about this particular hack? KawariNo has no new levels and only one all-around different boss. What KawariNo excels in is in its layouts and how each act is significantly different from the last, almost as if the game is de-evolving as you continue to play it. Act 1 is generally really close in design and level structure to the recently released prototype, but draws from earlier screenshots in terms of layout. Act 1 goes from maybe December 1990 to about January 1991 era approach, with many elements seen in the January Computer Electronics Show of that year. Act 3 is a very liberal look at what the zone may have looked like around the time of June 1990. Now, of course, this is not at all accurate and some liberties were taken, but that's what I kind of sort of like about this hack. It sets itself aside without trying to be as close to a real prototype as possible and has fun with ideas that just didn't make it in the final game. For example, Starlight Zone's equivalent, the Starland Zone, which, as far as I know, was a name only referenced in storyboards for Sonic, as Starlight was decided to be the zone's name fairly early on. But all three acts now accommodate this idea, and some parts add rather charming balloons to the stage that you can bounce on. Listen, I love doing this in Carnival Night in Sonic 3, so I am more than okay with this change. There are the changes you would expect in a hack of this nature, like the Green Hill Ball, Marble Zone having UFOs and splats, Spring Yard and Scrap Brain being sparkling and clockwork respectively, but there are some more interesting and unique additions as well. One such example is that with some momentum, you can make Sonic sort of double jump. I didn't really fully understand the timing of it, but it's really easy to do with a lot of speed. What impresses me too is just how good the sprite art in this hack is. Sonic 1 was a gorgeous game as it was, and you can totally see why kids went for it over Super Mario World, which I will stand on my grave saying that the game doesn't look half as good as Sonic 1. But this is just amazing. It truly looks like a late Super Nintendo game, and that really amazes me. Sonic's got some new animations as well, showing some very cute and charming sprites for Sonic as well as Robotnik and the Badniks. The game has been rebalanced pretty well to accommodate the prototype level order, which was, to make sure that everybody remembers, Green Hill, Labyrinth, Marble, Starland, Sparkling, and Clockwork Zone. Definitely gives the game a reverse Sonic 2 syndrome, where besides Green Hill, the first half is way less fun than the second half. But to be fair, the new additions to the layout of each act are a lot of fun. Marble, for instance, has a lot of fun with slopes, and it is feasible to skip huge chunks of the dungeons. Sort of, but not exactly like Aquatic Ruin. Labyrinth, thank God, has been drastically made easier, especially on the boss section. It incorporates the air pocket room idea fans have speculated on, where before air bubbles were added, small air pocket rooms were left for Sonic to find and continue on. The goggles have been for years debated on their use. Usually people assume it was either a cosmetic change or gave Sonic more time underwater or unlimited time, kind of like a bubble shield. But in KawariNo, they give Sonic the ability to quote-unquote swim, meaning you have access to a small boost jump underwater, sort of emulating the high-speed extra jump Sonic has above the tides. Another really cool quirk of this hack is how the bosses are all made slightly more challenging. Well, besides Labyrinth, but let's just be happy Mr. Lord Sith was merciful on our pleb asses and didn't decide to do the inverse. Green Hill has platforms that scroll up and down, adding a new level of depth to the original boss. Also, the boss looks like that one commercial, nice touch. Sparkling has a completely new boss. It's based on the spring sprites found within the boss sprites in the recently released prototype. It works very similar to Sonic Advance 1's Hidden Base Zone, I can't remember that name, the second boss. And it's pretty hard. The other non-final bosses aren't too much different from the final. Marble's boss, for instance, is basically just faster. The final boss, though, is much harder. Well, nothing someone who plays Sonic 1 regularly can't handle, but the final boss's arena is different. First off, there's a bit of a stage before this, but it's not too bad. It even gives you rings, but with this layout, there really isn't a safe place to stand, so you have to be way more aware of your surroundings. But even beating this is no problem compared to the real test of KawariNo. Oh no, it's nothing compared to the true test. The game is already a very hard version of Sonic 1, but now the special stages are the bonus games, and you can find a special, or well, bonus ring I guess, somewhere near the end goal, but not at the goal if you have 50 rings. Touching it will warp you in an altered version of the special stage where you can earn lives and continues before running out of time. At first, I thought this meant that there was no Chaos Emeralds in KawariNo, but no, we're working off Sonic 1's Sega Master System logic, and what that means is each Chaos Emerald is hidden somewhere in the zones. One per each zone, and if you want the good ending and to unlock some special bonus features, you gotta search high and low to get each of them. And I mean, I'll save my rant for this when I get to the first 2 Sega Master System games, but this is really hard. I barely was able to find one of them on my own, and that was brutal. But nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to Clockwork Zone's Chaos Emerald. To get it, you have to get to Act 2, follow the top path until the teleporter, and then you gotta backtrack. You gotta get to the lower path, making sure that you collect as many rings as you can. If you make it to the 3rd teleporter of this path without considering the top path, so the 4th teleporter you see, with 50 rings, you will be warped to a secret path with the Chaos Emerald awaiting. And this is really hard. Believe it or not, there is a secret path like this in Sonic 1 Normal, so Mr. Lord Sith wasn't doing this just to be an evil person. But man, it took me like an hour to get this right, and I really never want to do it again. Beating the game with all 6 emeralds gets you an altered good ending, using the unused Eggman exploding sprites, and after all this, the game tells you you have unlocked a secret menu with a sound test, a recreation of the 1990 Tokyo Toy Show demo, and other settings. I thought this was pretty neat to see in a hack, and I'm really happy I did the trial to unlock it, even just once. I'd like to thank Mr. Lord Sith for being so kind and patient with me, as I had a lot of questions to ask, and he was always very kind about it. It amazes me how far ROM hacking has gotten since 1999, when the first Sonic ROM hack I know about, Sonic 1 Beta Hoax, was released. While this ROM hack does follow a very similar structure to that old hack, it really shows you how far the Sonic hacking scene has gotten in that time. I do truly think that if you're a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, you owe it to yourself to play this hack. Now I gotta get back to working on Sonic 1 and non-Hedgehog videos, but go check it out. Links are in the description.